Hi travelers, Tara here and welcome to, August 16th. So we are a day over the midway point. Before I get started, let me make some announcements because this past week has been such a roller coaster ride. There are some changes to the website. It started out with first the comment section going down, then the video galleries went down, and then the entire thing broke. So for those of you who haven't logged in a while, the site has a brand new look. However, there's some things that have changed, and I tried to notify you guys in the newsletter, but maybe some of you didn't get it. So the first thing is I need a huge favor, and before I ask for the favor, let me first say that you guys, the members, the website members, are so awesome. You guys are awesome, awesome, awesome. And you are patient with me. You kind of give me the free rein to kind of do what it is that I need to do. And then when I send out a call for help, you guys answer it. And for that, I am extremely grateful, very appreciative, and very humbled by that. And I want to thank you guys so much. So I'm sending out another call though. What I need is someone who has a recurring membership, either the 6-month or the yearly membership, to log into your account. When you get there, go to subscriptions. Okay, you should see your subscription with the transaction number, when it started, when it ends, and then you should see, hopefully, somebody sent me a screenshot today. You should see a link that says update there. Now, what I need is for someone to click on that update link and tell me what you see. And the reason why I'm asking is because you are supposed to be able to control your payments yourself with this particular module on my website, which means that you're supposed to have the option to either cancel, pause, or resume your membership, okay? And I can't see what you see on the backside because I'm the admin and it doesn't require that I have to pay on my own site. So what I see when I log into my account is something totally different, and I can't see what you guys are seeing. So if someone could please log in, and again, this is for recurring membership, log in, go to subscriptions, and then where you see that information for your subscriptions, if you see a link, a green link that says update, click on that. And then whatever options show up, if you can take a screenshot of that and email it to me. If you don't have my email address, and I had to take that down because I was getting all kind of crazy emails, and I'm just like, oh no, I can't do that anymore. So maybe someone who's gotten a reading from me already and has my email address, who has a recurring membership, can do that. If not, you can contact me through the support desk. Hey, what's your email address? And I'll email you right back, okay? But I really need that information because if it's not showing up, the options to cancel, pause, and resume, I've got to get with the developer to fix that because that's what I was promised with the module. Now, the comment section has been fixed on the site. However, I am not being notified now of any new comments coming in, okay? Whatever, I don't know what's going on with that. So if you make a comment to any post or anything like that, know that I will answer you back. It might be a day or so, but I will answer you back. The video galleries went down after the comment section, so I did a workaround for that. It's primitive, but it works. I've got the video galleries back up, and I will be changing those links. Now, notifications. I don't think anybody's being notified of any new posts or articles that are being posted. Again, this is a new theme, and I don't think it allows me to do that. So for the time being, you're going to be responsible for checking in to see what's new and what's not, okay? Any articles that have been posted or any whatever it is that I've got posted up, which incidentally, I posted up 2 new articles in case you guys haven't been there later. And I'm working on part 2 and part 3 of the latest article that I picked up. Let's see. There are a billion, gabillion, zillion things in WordPress. And right now I just kind of don't have the time to go through to see which one is the better fit. so that you guys can, I can be notified of comments, so that you guys can be notified of new articles or posts, whatever the, right now, I just, you know, it takes a while to go through and look at those. You try them on for fit, see what it looks like, what all it has. And right now, I just kind of don't have the time to do that, because I could be doing that all day long until I find something that I like. I could be doing it for now till next year. So if you just kind of work with me on that, and somebody can help me out with letting me know what you see once you click the update link in your recurring membership subscription panel, I would so appreciate that. Now, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started with the reading. I'm going to get my little cauldron going here, and we're going to this is a charcoal disc, quick lighting, and I'm going to try to summon the spirits here. And we're going to drop a little copal and a little dragon's blood. You will hear that as the coal lights up. Okay, now this is going to be a general reading. We are moving up to the eclipse. Our Mercury has gone retrograde. That's why I'm having all these troubles. And so same sex, heterosexual, male or female, paired up or single, please take what you can and disregard what you cannot. Oh yeah, that smells good now. I need some new cards, you guys. For those of you who are waiting on readings, the video readings, I'm working on those. When I finish this, I'll start. So expect your readings sometime later today. Phone readings, I will get back to you to schedule. Akashic Records readings, I will get back with you to schedule. All right, 9 cards down. This is for no specific sign and no specific time frame. For those of you, if you ever want to see the individual monthlies, those are over on the website. But again, you're not just paying to see those videos. There's astrology articles, charts, metaphysical articles. There's a metaphysical gallery. There's an astrology gallery that I got to work on. So there's lots of stuff happening. And we have a lot of planetary energy going on. I'm going to throw one more piece of copal in there. Okay. 9 cards down. Here we go. The Magician. The 3 of Swords. The 5 of Wands. Well, that's an interesting trio of cards. The 4 of Swords. The 9 of Wands. The 5 of Coins. So some of you must be going through it kind of like me. It happens. It happens. The Emperor. Wow. The High Priestess. Wow, that's a combination. And the Page of Coins. Let's see what's under the deck. The Page of Swords. So the overall energy that we can say is happening around whatever the hell this situation is one of communications, news, messages, things of that nature. I have 3 major arcana cards: the Magician, the Emperor, and the High Priestess. These are our spiritual lessons. The pip cards tell us how this story plays out in the physical plane. And those are the 3 of Swords, the cards, the numbered cards that I named, including these court cards here. I have 2 4s and 2 5s. And that's interesting. Now, 2 4s, generally speaking, can mean 2 things. This is 4s represent stability, structure, foundations. They also represent static energy or stagnant energy. So therefore, if you are in a position and you don't need anything to change or move, that's a good thing. But if you're stuck in a position and you need something to move, that's not so good. Yeah? 2 5s. 5s represent outside influences beyond your control. They bring about changes and upheaval and sometimes conflict. It can also speak to hassles, you know, and people throwing blocks up, or situations that are cropping up that are kind of preventing you from moving forward. Let me give you a couple of more interpretations of the 5s, and then I want to take a look to see if this 9 of Wands next to either this Emperor or this High Priestess have any type of extra meaning. Same thing with the 4 of Swords, and also this 3 of Swords and 4 of Swords, okay? So bear with me. First, we're going to look at the 2 5s. We're going to do the numbers first. I always like to do those first. Okay. Now, 2 5s tell of new experiences ahead. Well, I would say so. This is kind of borne out here by our page. So this is some new kind of experience. But whatever this is trying to manifest on the physical plane, there's a bit of upheaval that's going to come with it. And sometimes that's not bad, because what that upheaval can do is kind of shake things up, get you out of this energy of the 4. Yeah? So, you know, maybe that's what you need, is to get out of that energy of the 4s. And so in order to do that, things are going to have to be, you know, kind of shaken up. Not always a bad thing. The 2 4s can tell of a safe and secure period of time. Now, that's one interpretation. While I'm here, let's take a look at if there's any meaning with these particular cards here next to these major arcanas. Okay. All right. The 3 of Swords has no meaning next to the Magician. Let's go to the 4 of Swords. No. Let's go to the 9 of Wands. I'm going to go back to that 3 of Swords because there was something that just popped out at me, and I'm going to go back and look at that. But let me look at the 9 of Wands first, and then I'm going to go back and look at that 3 of... It's not touching the Emperor, but it's in the spread, and so there might be some type of influence there. And I want to kind of give it to you. Well, here, the 9 of Wands next to the Magician is a strong indication of personal or business interest and or inquiries regarding studies, research, and learning. If there is a strong inclination to begin or set up a business or enterprise focused on the new age, spiritual and metaphysical, appearing next to the Magician, the 9 of Wands may refer to inquire a business inquiry regarding books or metaphysical supplies and interest. Okay, and I think somebody posted up their chart factors and was asking me about they wanted to start their spiritually based business. So perhaps this is a message for you, Jenny Brown. So let me go back to this Three of Swords here. Like I said, it's not touching the magician. It's not next to the magician, but they're in the spread together. So I'm sorry, the Emperor. So there very well could be some influence here. Not one that is, I would assume that whatever, if that's the case, having the Three of Wands at the top, way up here, it's not a heavy influence. If it were sitting like right here, then I would say that's kind of weighing on whatever the situation is. Okay. All right. Here it is. Now, it's as if it's next to, but it's not. I'm just going to give you this because this might be very pertinent to someone. When the Three of Swords appears in a reading next to the Emperor, it is asking you not to become upset or hurt by another's harsh criticism or judgment. As above, so below. You are to remain positive and strong. Do not bother to pursue or change things. Just continue to forge ahead. Okay, remember I said if you need something that to change and it's not changing, that could be a good thing. But just because the situation is not changing doesn't mean that there's still nothing that you can do about it. Appearing next to the Emperor, the Three of Swords may be a message not to pursue or try to change the existing situation. Rather, begin anew and have no fear, as all will work out accordingly. It also applies that although you may be feeling emotionally hurt by what you consider unfair treatment, judgment, or harsh criticism, take heed in the message that these feelings and circumstances will pass, and you will, with hindsight, see the lesson learned during your time of anguish. I think that's a lovely message. So we're going to, now, I want to take you to the other interpretation of the 2 4s and the 2 5s. 2 4s, house repairs or looking to move house. 2 5s, constant bickering and backstabbing and ill will from others affect the relationship. I like that always the way that it is. Now, what I'm looking at in the center is I do feel that for some of you, this is a time where maybe you're wanting to start something new. You've got this new hankering, or maybe you're finally able to grasp the concept of putting your will and your intention together to create some magic. For some of you, this may this new thing that you may be trying here with this Three of Swords could very well be that there's been obviously some disagreements, people not agreeing with you, or not supportive of whatever it is you're trying to do. Maybe this is a Saturn card. These 2 cards are Saturn cards. This the energy of Saturn. This is the energy of Saturn in Libra, and this is the energy of Saturn in Leo. And Saturn's baseline operation, for those of you who are on the website and y'all are reading those articles, you know that Saturn's baseline of operation is fear. Saturn does not like change. It is slow to change. So this could be dealing with slow people, stuck people, slow organizations, ponderous organizations, organizations that take a long time to make decisions. Okay. And perhaps this is this Saturn and Leo. Those are 2 different types of energy. Leo is gregarious, outgoing. It's about leadership. It is about stepping into your self-creative energy. But here with Saturn, there's a restriction on that. Okay, so this could be either this could be like fighting like children. This could be about children. Maybe there's been arguments about kids here, but or something to deal with groups of people, okay, or groups of a younger, a junior demographic. So what I have here though is the Four of Swords. And what's interesting, this is past, present, future, with the interplay of the cards. If I look down this past vertical column, what I see is an opportunity. The Magician, this is something perhaps either that you have been thinking about, hoping about, wishing about, and you have manifested up something, okay? But now something has come along to kind of either make you take a step back, or the people or person or organizations that you're involved with take a step back. And the reason why I put all of those things together is because Libra is the house of partnership, okay? So this is just not about marriages and committed relationships, but this is about business relationships, those people that you may network with. It can include friends, people that you hang around with. And so what happens, we do have Jupiter in Libra, has been here for almost a year. It will be moving on in a couple of months. It will be moving into the sign of Scorpio. But what happens when Jupiter enters the sign of Libra? Libra is also about harmony, fairness, balance, cooperation. So it brings about opportunities for you to, let's say if you've been in a bad situation, it's also the house of contracts. So if you've been in a bad situation or there's a bad contract, Jupiter and Libra will either give you the opportunity to fix that and rebalance it so that everybody gets what they want, or it will bring about a situation where it has to go. But once that leaves, Jupiter and Libra will also bring in opportunities to meet, to have other opportunities to meet those people that are going to assist you or help you to do whatever it is you're trying to do. It brings in, it's like a barn dance. There's marriages, there's divorces, there's separations, there's shacking up, there's lawsuits, there's bankruptcies, there's opportunities to get together with people and work creatively to make more money, a more prosperous partnership. So there's a lot of energy that goes around the Jupiter and Libra. But now I have the moon in Sagittarius, this Nine of Wands. And again, it tells me that there's kind of a step back. This whole row across the center, Four of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Five of Pentacles. And what the Nine of Wands is the card of determination, of perseverance. It is also the card of being wounded. It is also another card of rest, of taking a step back before moving on to the next level or episode or development. And I feel that for some of you, this is really a moment where you recognize that there's some things you're going to have to leave behind. It has, in effect, there's not much else that you can do about this situation. I think, for lack of a better term, the damage has been done. And we see someone either walking away or feeling as though they have been, quote unquote, abandoned or left out in the snow. Now, the Five of Pentacles is the energy of Mercury and Taurus. And Taurus is a money sign. It represents our personal monies, our personal possessions, the things that we own, our movable possessions. And Mercury, when Mercury is in Taurus, and it just was in Taurus, was it last month, month before, this can be an opportunity to really make money. Mercury is kind of at home. Taurus is a sister sign to Virgo. So this can be about money-making enterprises, ideas about how can I shore up my own financial situation, or at least physical security surrounding my financial situation, maybe even my home life. We do have the two fours, a possible home move here. So what's kind of throwing me off is this line of the Magician with the Five of Pentacles and the Emperor. These two cards, these are both Mercury cards. This says that if I harness my will and my intention, I can create whatever I want. But there's something about this that just doesn't, it seems quite out of place. And as you can see, those people we would, you know, they're huddled up, they're walking in the snow, they're so focused on what they don't have or the situation that they're in that they are walking right by some assistance there. So this is either a, a necessary sacrifice or just someone who has perhaps maybe kind of lost their way, so to speak. But then here's this Emperor card. Now, sometimes the Emperor card will show up when there is someone, maybe there has been someone who has entered into the picture here, who can be a patron, a leader, a general, someone who is very logical, very structured, who has that energy of stability there. So he could be an advisor. He represents the father of the tarot. So this could be meeting someone who is, if not older chronologically, then older in or have more knowledge and more wisdom from experience based upon what they know, can seem a lot older. This can also be a somewhat restrictive influence depending on his energy. Now, what I have is the High Priestess, and these two cards make no sense to me here. I can see that there has been, in some respect, some kind of loss or heartache or necessary sacrifice, and perhaps someone stopping for a moment to say, okay, this is what happened. I accept or recognize that this is what's happened. I know that I need to move on. Right now, maybe I'm not ready to do that. So let me try to gather my strength. Here, the swords and the wands. Let me get my thoughts back together so that I can get something done, okay, and not just spin my wheels. But here is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess speaks to secret knowledge. It speaks to the knowledge of the universal laws. The High Priestess holds the keys to the library. And she will, if you ask her, she will share that information with you. But if you're just coming to be nosy, more than likely she's not going to give you that information. She will probably tell you to, you know, figure it out for yourself. However, if you really, really seek and you really, really search, the High Priestess will unlock the doors for you and show you that information that you need to solve your problem. These are all spiritual issues, okay? This is more of this is a fire energy, so this is more of a outward focused energy. This is a water energy, so this is more of an inner focused energy. And here we have air. We are missing simply one element, okay? And once you, which would be an earth element, and once you get all four of those elements together, then you are really working in terms of the four directions, and you are harnessing the power of everything that you need in order to do whatever it is you need to do, or overcome whatever it is you need to come. Well, interestingly enough, here we have the energy of earth coming in. So this is the page of coins. Now, within the tarot, each page, or more so the page of pentacles and the page of swords, are students, okay? In the royal court system, you start as a page, then you work your way up to a knight. If you're lucky, you can become a queen or a king, yeah? So this is about learning whatever it is that you need to learn. This is about dedicated effort, slow, perhaps tedious, acquiring of knowledge. But typically what this means is once you get that, it's in a solid base and a solid foundation, then you're able to move forward, okay? Because you've done your research. This is also about a message coming in, some kind of message that is due to arrive to you. This could be a message of financial importance to you. If it is not a message of financial importance, then it is definitely a message coming to you that has to do with the earthly plane and everything that that encompasses. Remember, we're looking at the four directions, the four elements. Now, the overall energy is the Page of Swords. This is the airy energy. So this is perhaps saying that whatever this message is, it's going to come in, it's going to be quick, it's going to be clear, and it's going to be direct. The thing, however, about the Page of Swords is that he is sometimes not a very nice person. So it could be saying, maybe for some of you, you've already gotten some kind of message in that was like, what the hell just happened there? Went completely sideways. Okay? Somebody just spouted off, said something, and, you know, there it's out there. But this could also be because you see here that the page is looking back onto this entire spread. Well, what are swords? Swords are thoughts, perceptions, beliefs, ideas, communications. We have 3 swords, 2 wands, 2 coins, and 3 major arcana. So this could be, sometimes I look at the page and what I pick up from him is his body is faced one way, his head is another. So this could be a sudden change in the way someone thinks, okay? A sudden change in an opinion that they've had, or a sudden change in a perception that they've held, okay? What we're going to do is go to the Sibyllus. So for those of you who may have already perhaps gotten this message that created some kind of shakeup for you, okay, buckle down. It's a Mercury retrograde, so buckle down. And that could be kind of what this is telling you, even though that's not a Mercury card, to slow down. As above, so below. Think carefully and think cautiously. It will pay to do your research, okay? Here, there's some upheaval for this emperor as well. And this emperor is in a place as well where he's trying to, perhaps he does feel like he's been stabbed in the back. You know, what do I know? I just read the cards. The tarot speaks sometimes very clearly and at other times very mysteriously. And so the cards that I'm really having the most difficulty in terms of trying to decipher what they're telling me is this 5 of Pentacles and this Emperor card. Okay? That's the one I'm having the most trouble with. Let me put the lid back on my cauldron here. Is it still burning? Oh, yes, it is. Let's throw some more stuff in there. Maybe this will help. All right. So let's pull cards first on this 5 of coins. You know, for some of you, this could be a business deal. This could be a partner. Maybe you've been in business with your committed partner or whatever, and something has come in to change this situation. We want to, hold on. We want to, yeah, there we go. We want to see what this 5 of swords, 5 of coins is telling us. Here. Well, giovani fanciulla, allegrezza al cuore in la riunione. Attraction to a young girl. Allegrezza al cuore, happiness of the heart. And the reunion, so a meeting. Now, but it sits on the 5 of Pentacles, okay? Now, one of the very old interpretations by Etiela, I believe it's Etiela, speaks about the mistress, the wife, the lover, and someone you can count on in times of trouble. Putting that out there. Because these are coins, maybe there has been some kind of financial loss or financial sacrifice. This could be, because sometimes this card could be about a job interview. So maybe this is about a new employee coming in, someone who might be able to help you rectify this situation. Still would be somebody that you count on. And then, of course, the third meeting could be that somebody new has come into the picture. And there's a loss here. And one that I think is felt keenly in the physical sense. You know, this could be some issue of oh wow, I don't know if this applies to anybody. I think someone is getting married, and in terms of them getting married or becoming engaged, this person is leaving. That's what the loss is. Maybe this could be like an older child. Here we have the father figure. And maybe this child was of a major help, could, you know, really move some stuff, do some stuff. Let's see what the Emperor tells us. So even though things are in an upheaval, there is a solution. There's a solution. And maybe what the High Priestess is saying, what she's trying to convey is perhaps someone knows what the answer is or the way through this, but they're sitting on it right now. Okay? That just came out of, literally out of nowhere. Just the image just showed up. So, the Emperor, the letterato, the discovery, the man of letters, the scientist. It kind of fits with that Emperor energy, because the Emperor really plans and strategizes and thinks things through before. That's how he became the Emperor. The Gran Consolazione. Success and achievement after a long time, or dreaming of, or planning and thinking of a way to gain this success and achievement. And perhaps feeling that they have not attained that, or they have to leave that behind in some way. It's being put to rest. However, this is also the card of the man tied to his past. So this could be a change in a situation for this Emperor person, okay? And it is a major change in one respect. As you can see, he's mourning the loss of what this meant. This could also be about maybe he is mourning or sad because maybe he overthought it. I don't know. You see, he's been thinking and studying this. Yes, I finally achieved it, but now there's something that doesn't sit right with him here in this spread. Let's go up and take a look. I'm going to look at this Magician. And then we're going to close these down. So I want you to get ready to start formulating your question. Magician. Fortuna. Blind manifestation. Blind luck. Manifesting up something that is fortunate in one sense, but it's changed everything. Fortuna, the wheel of fortune. It's a tempest. The melancholia, the sadness and the depression. Now, isn't that interesting? You've got these two completely different energies on top of this magician. One is most positive, and then the other one is very sad. The disgrazia, the Tower card, the house on fire, a complete and utter ruin and misfortune. Really, that's what it stands for. So there goes the energy of the Wheel of Fortune. It can turn one way, it can turn another. But it's almost like with the magician, what those cards are saying is that this opportunity came through, but because you doubted it, okay, or you didn't believe in it, remember, as above, so below, it all fell apart. Isn't that interesting? Well, formulate your one question, please. And let's see what the angel answer cards have to. Isn't that interesting? I hope you have your question formulated. This card wants to, actually 2 cards want to present themselves here. I love reading the tarot. Oh, smokes. What was the last thing I said before I closed that reading? Because you doubted. There's the Fool card. I'm going to start with that, and then I'm going to show you the 2 cards that came out. You know, I cannot share with you guys how much I love doing this work. I always learn something, even myself. Even sometimes when I don't understand what the hell the cards are saying to me, there's always something that I myself get out of it, you know? And to see how things work on a very, very close, interconnected level. Even though we're not seeing anything, even though we're not perhaps aware of anything, there are things that are happening. So I don't know. I have a great love for astrology too, always. And so just doing the work that I do, it really gets me up in the morning because I enjoy it. It's quite lovely to see when things occur. Let's go with the Fool card first. Here in this deck, it's called the Trust card. It says leap, dare, innocence, optimism, belief, and courage. Rejoice. The universe is looking out for you. Now it's time to trust that the path you're on is in fact the right one. Believe that whatever you desire concerning affairs of the heart can be manifested in the proper time and for your highest good. Trusting the universe takes courage, but it also removes the burden of doing it all on your own. Let me read that again. Trusting the universe takes courage, but it also removes the burden of doing it all on your own. When you feel alone in a situation, it can diminish your energy and desire to take actions that will improve the situation. This card reminds you that you are not alone. It is also a reminder that positive energy is available to you to manifest what you truly desire. In addition to trust, this is a card of action and opportunity. Once we know that the universe has our back, we are free to take that all-important leap of faith and pursue our dreams concerning affairs of the heart. Put aside any fear, disillusionment, frustration, or hopelessness and open your heart to what you desire. Do it now with the carefree innocence you had as a child, and expect to receive what you need. Take steps to find love or to improve or strengthen a relationship. Take some risk and maintain an attitude of positive expectancy. Whether it is a relationship with another person or the relationship with yourself, now is the time to take action. Even a good relationship can be improved. So, what steps can you take to achieve what you desire? So, the affirmation is I open myself to giving and receiving love that is for my highest good. You ready for the 2 cards? You're ready? And yes. You're ready. All of your past experiences have led to this moment. You've studied and grown spiritually in many ways. There is nothing more to do. You're ready to move forward and to embrace the person you know in your heart you are meant to be. The world is anxiously awaiting the contributions that following your life purpose will provide. You may have to put yourself first in this situation, but it's time to do what is right for you. And that 5 of Wands up there, and that 5 of, that could be other people saying, well, if you do that, the naysayers. Now, there are 2 yeses in this deck. There's a regular yes, and then there's a yes with an exclamation point. And we got the regular yes. Now, the answer to your question is yes. However, it says, if you want a more detailed reply to your inquiry, you can ask additional questions and pull more cards. Well, unfortunately, people, this is a general reading. So I do hope those messages helped. Anybody out there who can help me with my with the thing on the payments, I would appreciate it. And thank you for allowing me to read for you. And until next time, namaste.